Alright guys, today I'm going to show you Photoshop. This is kind of just to get you going with it. If if you try it out and things don't go well or you're confused, don't worry, I can help you out on Monday. But it'd be good to at least open Photoshop and kind of familiarize yourself with the tools. So I have Photoshop right here, but you guys can find it on your computer by going to this blue face guy, the Finder. Once you're in there, you're going to want to go to Applications. And it should be towards the top. It's right here, Adobe Photoshop CS5. I'll go ahead and open mine here. And when you open Photoshop, this is how it looks. All the tools are around the outer edge. Then I'll go ahead and do File Open to get a picture. And I have to find the picture that I wanted to use to show you guys here. There it is. For this assignment that I'm showing you, it's pretty good to have a picture that has some bold color in it, and you'll see how to do that in a minute. I just stretched the image out. I don't like to see all my background, so I just stretched it out to kind of cover that up. Now, it might be a good idea for you guys to have this video open on your screen and just condense it, make it a little bit smaller, minimize it kind of, and then also have Photoshop open and go back and forth. Watch a little bit on the video, pause it, go back to Photoshop, try it, watch the video, pause it, like that, back and forth. Now, over here on the side, you've got some different tools that you'll start to use. Up here across the top, you've got kind of some options for the tool that you're on currently. Here, you have some different options to go from design to painting and back and forth. Here you can kind of expand or condense toolbars. And this, what you have over here will change depending on the tool you're on. Right here I can adjust my brush size. And down here there's some layers and tools that we'll talk about. There's a lot in Photoshop, so I'll just get you going with some of it. What we're going to do on this photo is we're going to start to work with layers. Right here it says layers, and now I just have a background layer that's locked. So I'm not going to mess with this layer. This is my original, so we don't want to mess with the original. So what I'm going to do is right click, and on a Mac you right click by holding Control and clicking, and I'm going to say duplicate the layer. Later on it'll be important to give your layers names because you'll get like 9, 10 layers and you'll get confused, but right now we're only going to have 2, so I'm just going to say okay. So now I have this locked background layer and I've got the background copy. I'm only going to work on the background copy. So I need to make sure that I am clicked on the background copy. Now I'm going to make the background copy black and white. So I'm going to say Image, Adjustments, Black and White. So again, Image, Adjustments, Black and White. I could adjust these layers, or these, I could adjust these colors, saturations, hues, but I'm just going to say okay because it's all set up for me. So now I've got a black and white photo. Now you'll see these eyes next to the layers. If I turn the eye off on the black and white photo, I can see that there's still color underneath. And I turn it back on, the black and white photo covers up my original background that's in color. So I'm going to leave that on. Now what I'm going to do, I need on this layer a mask. Down here, there's some different tools across the bottom. I don't know why it's not, there it is, add layer mask. So I'm going to add a layer mask. Click on that. So now on this layer, I've got the black and white photo and the layer mask. And see how I can click on either one? And that changes what I'm editing. So I actually right now want to edit the mask. So be sure you're clicked on the mask. Then over here, you'll notice I'm on the paintbrush tool, or it's just called the brush tool. Let's see if I can hover and get it to show me. Brush tool. Careful, this is the history brush tool. You want the brush tool. Then down here, see this little black and white boxes? If you click these, it switches it back and forth. You want black on the top because that's what I'm going to paint with. Now, this is my brush. To make my brush bigger and smaller, I can use the bracket keys. The bracket keys are right next to the P key on your keyboard. One bracket makes it bigger, one smaller. And you'll see you can do it over here too. But it's a nice shortcut just to use the bracket. Now, I'm clicked on the mask. I've got the black on top. I'm on the brush. If I click and drag, it turns red. Now, the reason why that's happening is, see over here, you can see the black on the mask. Because I'm painting black on the mask, it's like almost erasing the white mask and it's revealing what's underneath. So this mask is revealing this color. So you can see the color underneath there is being revealed. So I can keep revealing color. Now, if I want to zoom in, I can hold Command and do plus, and I can zoom way in. And then what I want to do is make the bracket key small, or use the bracket key to get a really small brush so that I can carefully go along the edge, because we don't want to do a sloppy job and make it look bad. So I would go around the edge and be really careful. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do that forever, so I'm going to go ahead and make the brush big again. So this is going to be a little bit sloppy. You should be more careful. I'm going to make her whole hat red. And this is going to be the color that I just want to reveal in this photo. And that's it. So I'm going to leave it at that. So you have a black and white image with a pop of color. So you want to pick an image that'll work well for that. Now when I'm done, there's a trick to saving this. I have to do File, Save As. Now notice the format here says Photoshop. If you're not done with the picture, you can save it as a Photoshop file, but what that does is it saves all these layers. That's a ton of information. If anybody else tried to open this photo without Photoshop, they wouldn't be able to. So if you're finished and you want to download it to Flickr, or upload it to Flickr, email it to people, anything, it can't be a Photoshop file. You have to change it to a JPEG. There's different file formats, but a JPEG is a really standard one that everybody can read. So I could rename it if I want. I change the format to JPEG, and right here, this is really important. Where is it going? Because if it's going to some weird folder somewhere, you might not be able to find it. So I'm going to put mine right on the desktop. I'm going to click Save. I did save this once already, so I'll just replace it. I always put my file size to maximum to make sure that it's a really quality photo in case I want to print it large scale, blow it up later. Say OK, and you're done. Then you can go ahead and find it on the desktop, wherever you saved it, and upload it to Flickr. Good luck, and I can help you out with any problems that you have on Monday.